Black Stars have their management.
Yes.
Black Queens have their management. Badminton has their management. Athletics have their associations. They have even different forms. Other lesser sports have. Boxing
There are
have.
many federations, in excess of 80 federations
So
under sport.
as a sports minister, you are responsible to all of this. You are not only responsible to Black Stars.
Hello guys, welcome to Benghazi TV here on YouTube and also on TikTok. So let me just run through this for all of us. Yesterday, it came out, the news on the appointment of the new sports minister, designate KOFI Adams, Honorable MP for Buem in the OT region. The announcement came through yesterday from the presidency, and just after that, this morning, he had his first interview on GH1 TV, where he said a number of things regarding sports development, spoke as well about football, the GFA, spoke about the Black Stars, spoke about a number of things. And interesting things he said in there. I would just want us to cut to chase, jump into some of the important bites or things he said this morning in the interview he had on GH1 TV here in Accra, Ghana, with Lantama Panko, the host. Let's jump into it now. And like I said, spoke about the Black Stars, spoke about the GFA, spoke about general sports development and how to develop sports in Ghana. One bit he spoke about that indeed got me excited was when he said that sports is not about football. Sports is not about the Black Stars. It's one key point that I'm sure Ghanaians have been making for quite some time now. The over-concentration on football and, for that matter, the Black Stars, neglecting the other disciplines in sport. So let's jump into it now. One-on-one interview with Honorable Kofi Adams, who is the new man for the department or the Ministry of Sports and Recreation.
Do you like the sports ministry?
Well, it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility. I have identified, I've studied it, I've followed it, and we can work together as a country and to achieve and bring our sports to a level that we all desire it should be. It's something that we have done before. So it means that it's like growing crops. If we have grown cassava on a particular soil in the past and it worked very well for us, no matter the climatic changes, no matter the impact that may have happened to the soil, it means that if you try to correct things right, cassava will grow well and better in that soil again. Ghana have proven we have done so well in most of our sporting fields. We've done well in football, we've done well in boxing, we've done well in athletics, we've done well in volleyball, basketball. These are things that we have shown strength in the past, meaning we have the talents there. We still have them here. We still have the genes that will give us those efforts. We just have to offer the right leadership, rally everybody around, and let's be positive. And I believe that we will get there.
You believe you are bringing the right leadership to the sports ministry?
Let me answer this one before even I come to the right leadership. You see, sports is one thing that is so lucky that they get free time every day on various platforms. If there's at least some 20-25 minutes a day, various platforms are dedicated to talking sports.
Yeah.
So they get it for free. That time they get for free, how have we packaged it to rally around people to want to do right to sports? So we will be engaging. We will be engaging those who have that platform. That what has been do you think you are contributing positively to the development of sports with that 20 minutes, 30 minutes that you get a day? Or you are not? How you have done it over the years, has it helped or it hasn't helped? If it has helped, we will encourage ourselves to do it more. If it has not helped, we will sit together and see whether we can do it another way and see how it can help. So that together, that time that we get every day will be used strategically for the goodness of sports. All sports, not only football or Black Star. Sports is not football, sports is not Black Stars. sports go beyond football, and football should go beyond Black Stars. But of course, Black Stars is the ultimate. So we want to see our Black Stars back again. Like the Nigerian president said when he came around here, that Black Star is rising again. The Black Stars of Ghana, for me indirectly, was what he was referencing in his statement, though he was talking about Ghana and the African continent.
Is that going to be your focus, the Black Stars? Is that going to be your major focus as a sports minister? Or what is the vision?
Listen.
What is the vision that you are taking into the sports ministry?
I don't intend to talk much about sports today, but you have
we want.
No, you have a question that you've asked a question that maybe I'll try. Black Stars have their management.
Yes.
Black Queens have their management. Badminton has their management. Athletics have their associations. They have even different forms. Other lesser sports have. Boxing
There are many federations. In excess of 80 federations under sport.
As a sports minister, you are responsible to all of this. You are not only responsible to Black Stars. But whatever leadership that you must offer the federations, the associations, to make sure that each and every one of them succeeds, I will do so. But I know that football is nations' love. The nations particularly love football. And so you don't reduce your eye on what the nation loves, but you develop all other ones because everything must be developed holistically. You can't be eating only bangkung and then grow well. But you need carbohydrates. So you must manage the level of carbohydrates, the proteins, the veggies, and the fluids that you must add into your system so you grow well. So we cannot just eye only one area, but we need to, of course, you need to add carbohydrates. So if Black Stars is your carbohydrate, then you know that it's a foundation that you must pay some particular attention to, how to handle it. Because no matter what, ultimately, when they shine, the glory comes to the nation, and it may positively also reflect on other sports. But our eyes will be on every sport, including even the ampe that is played. If we can promote it. Recently, a team was in India to participate in a game we used to play when we were young, where you put we were using a rag that you wrap, and you drop it at the back of somebody. You go round, and then when you come back, you come and tap the person. You will run, and then the person will anti-clockwise. Yeah. Then if you land at the space created before that person, then it has become competition that has been developed by some other country, and our people have to train to go and participate. Why couldn't we also develop it? So we must open our eyes, develop other sports, invest right, and then I believe that we will get there. As for leadership that you ask, we are prepared to do it. We have done it in many other fields, and it will not be different in the sports sector. But I know it's early days yet, but we'll be having much more detailed conversation and engagement with all those who matter in sports. We are not going to leave anybody out. All stakeholders will be engaged, and together we will find a way of bringing back the love, not just for soccer and our national teams, but all sports.
And on that point, I mean, people knew you were coming here, so there are a lot of questions that are coming in for you because a lot of people are interested in this. For example, this one says, mostly after financing the Black Stars, the ministry lacks the money to finance preparation of athletes for Olympic sports. So what are your plans to make sure that we have well-trained athletes to represent us? We've seen
I have just told you, I don't want...
And there have been all kinds of complaints about...
I have just told you, I don't want this engagement to be about sports. We arrange this...
But you're the sports minister designate.
Listen, we arrange this engagement...
So it's only normal that a lot of people would want to bring, questions to you with regards to sports.
We arrange this engagement. When I came here yesterday, at the time, I have not been announced as Minister for Sports and Recreation designate.
Yes.
So this was not arranged for us to come and discuss sports.
But it has
But then it's clearly, we stated in our manifesto that we will have to look for very nice sources of funding for sports, including a sports fund. And so we are open for discussions and engagement with the private sector, with government and other institutions to see how we can really fund sports so that no sports is left out. No sports should be left out. And I'm happy, for example, that the finance minister has indicated the need to decap some existing funds that we have, like Get Fund, like Road Fund, like this Assembly Common Fund that has been capped by the previous administration. He's giving indication of a decap. I've also heard the Education Minister designate Honorable Haruna Idrisu repeat same in terms of Get Fund. And you know what gives me joy? The Education Minister himself is a sports person, especially football, because he even runs, he has a football club himself, and so he would understand what grassroots sports is about. And we are looking at possibly taking over the running of the inter-school sports whilst the Ministry of Education and GES continue to be responsible for the teaching of PE and what have you. But in terms of the running of the inter-schools, I'll be engaging him. And if it is possible, so that a portion of the Get Fund, when decapped, be put into a sports fund so as to use in supporting these other sports. So we'll be looking at that. I will be looking at this Assembly Common Fund. They sometimes award contracts for the construction of astroturfs, and sometimes it is not done it's done in a haphazard way. Can we have a proper arrangement where a percentage of the DACF, as they prepare the formula to submit to Parliament, is put in there so it is placed into the sports fund so the sports ministry can manage it in order to have adequate funds to handle all these other federations, so we don't leave anything out. I believe in grassroots sports. I believe in the strength of many others that have given us glory. Recently, when we had the All-African Games, it wasn't in the area of football and the rest that we got famed. It was in other less funded sports.
Yes.
That was where we won the laurels. So it
And there's
should
a
tell
lot of
you,
potential there.
there's a lot of potential. So if we put in a little, we'll be able to get even more. So I'm not going to be blinded to other sports and think that because of this attitude that if Black Stars don't make it, then it means that you are a failure. So panic management, no. We would want to see systematic funding of sports, all disciplines, to make sure that we grow everything. And that is the way we're going to look at it. Sports must be seen from the health perspective. Sports must be seen from the business perspective. Sports must be seen from the recreational perspective. And sports must be seen as a uniting perspective. Even we at our age, sometimes when sports and games are organized for us, look at the joy it brings to us. Look at the sense of unity that we have. That after we stand in parliament and debate and people think that we are fighting, then they find parliamentary squad. We form a team that has both MPP, NDC in it, and we are playing against another team and we are passing each other. The joy, what it presents. If you go to communities that have conflicts, we can use sports to be able to integrate. And that is why you must sponsor all sports so that even the old elderly persons who sometimes have some of these beliefs can even meet together and play those other games. That serves as a platform for uniting persons. So sports must be seen from all perspectives. It's big business, it's big employment. And we must look for the funding to be able to let it go. So we have spoken enough on sports. Let's get back to
but it's not, I mean, the ministry is not just sports, right? There's sports and recreation.
Yes.
Yeah, recreation as well. So what about the
that's all I'm saying is that we have
aspects?
spoken enough about my ministry that I'm going to when Parliament.
But the final one, I
confirms
think
me
we can chip this final one and we'll go to the other issues. You know, in terms of the recreation, we know that we've got our various stadia, out there, which a lot of them are not in very good condition, right? And there's always been this
A
issue.
lot of them, or all, are not in
Well,
good
a
condition.
lot of them, except maybe
No.
one.
Which one?
Maybe one, which recently something was done just to enable us to play a match.
So I like that something was done to enable us to play a match.
Yeah,
It should
but
not
all
be
of them,
the case.
Yeah, so all of them are not in good condition. And there's also been this issue of, the NSA giving out the stadia to event organizers to organize, events, music events, concerts, and what have you. I'm guessing recreation is all part of that. So what do you see as a problem then? What should be done with regard to our stadia?
Let me get there. Let me go through, and then I would engage and have a holistic picture, so that to be able to tell how we can deal with all these situations. If our pitches should not be used for any other event other than what is being designed for, we have to do so that we are so sure and clear that we will not use our pitches that have been designed either as starting tracks for our athletics competition, now being used for any other thing because the person has paid or who that person is. If it is no, it is no. So we will develop policies to make sure that every investment is well protected. And we will have value for every investment that we make. We will not make an investment and only because, like what happened some time past, because they want to have Independence Day, they forced and destroyed the pitch. That subsequently, the reason for which that stadium was built could not be used for that purpose. I don't think that should be happening in this modern time. So we will look at recreational centers are needed. Should we be building new ones? Do we have enough? How are we going to? And in this area also, we'll be relating with the local government ministry too, because they are responsible for our parks and gardens.
So that's the sports minister, designate Honorable KOFI Adams, MP for Buim in the OT region. So you have listened to him in his first interview after his name came up. So what do you make of all the things he said in there? Let me get to hear from you on that in our comment section here. So just go in there and write your thoughts on what you make, the impressions you've picked from the interview and the things he said in there, especially on the Black Stars team, on how to deal with the GFA and getting our football back on track, and also sports in general. What are your impressions of what you listened to or heard? What do you think will be the way out for all of us? Are you impressed with his first interview and the things he said in there? Let's get to hear from you on that. But we'll be following, and I'll be giving my personal thoughts as well on the interview and the sports minister designate, as we know we do have as the days roll by. So we'll get to speak about him, and I'll share my thoughts on that. But for now, that's it. Your thoughts. Let's get to hear from you on that. What do you make of this new gentleman for the sports ministry? Your thoughts are very much welcome on Benghazi TV.